loves, it's your girl Rachel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Ladies, yes, as you've seen, this is my first attempt at knotless box braids. So if you're new to this channel, hit subscribe and that notification bell and like this video. Because in this video, sis, we're gonna attempt to do knotless box braids and save about $200–300. So let's get into it. So what I got was the free tress braid. Now, a lot of people love to use the old tray braid, but honey, I'm gonna explain to you why I love this hair so much more. Hey loves, it's your girl Rachel here. So as you can see, my hair is blown out. Today is a very special day. It's a very special day. I'm getting ready to do some knotless box braids for the first time. I have refreshed my hair before, but I've never attempted to do my whole head, so I'm scared. And I've never attempted to do my whole head while having nails on. So send a little bit of a prayer up for me, but I'm super excited to just get it done, to get started. You guys, it's been so long. I miss you so much. I don't want to make this video sad and very drab and long. I want it to be exciting and fun and light, but there's been so much stuff going on that I have to let you guys know, maybe in another video. So let's get right into it. So I have everything I need. Ooh, I have everything I need. My heart is pounding because I'm like, it's been a minute. The hair that I'm going to be using is the free tress 3x braid 301. I don't know what the 301 is for. Let me know in the comment section if you know what that's for. But the length I have is 28 inches. And so I'm about to be out here. And my hair is super long, so you already know, like, I need to braid it down quite a bit. I decided to get the free tress instead of the old tray. A lot of people use old tray, but I just feel like the way this tapers off at the end, hold on, let me show you. The way this tapers off at the end is absolutely beautiful. It's perfect. My hair is really thick, so if you have thick hair and you try to put in hair that is stretched to a degree where it starts like fading off, like really high up, it's gonna look really bad. It's gonna look like rat tail a little bit. So I like that they decided to taper the hair off and just make it get thinner the last 2 to 3 inches of the hair. That's what you want. That's what makes the braids look really nice, and it gives them the perfect amount of volume. So let me show you guys my station. I got my rack right here that's not even set up. Wouldn't it be funny if I was like, yeah, I'm about to do these braids in my hair. I got everything set up, the candles, the coffee, and was just like clueless when it came to doing these braids. I would cry. I would literally cry. But let me show you guys my station. Don't judge me. This is what we have right here. I have my lighter because I just lit my candle. This is lavender, coastal, whatever. I need this. This is my coffee from Starbucks I got first thing in the morning. This is my motivation, yes you can, signed coffee. And my coffee right there, of course. So toilet paper, that goes over there. Girl, quit playing. And then my charger, I got my laptop, I'm gonna be watching some videos, my hair. Then I have my clamps, I have my knitting needle. I also have some other combs that I'll be showing you. I have the edge control for the very end. This is my favorite stuff. And then for the parts, for my whole head, I'm gonna be using this Shine and Jam. Please pray for me that this doesn't break my face out. I tend to not like very oily jammity jams like this. However, we're gonna see. So I have my brush as well if there's any little knots along the way, and some hair ties. And I think that's about it. So let's get to the rack. This is my rack. Sitting on my addiction, a prime box. And I'm gonna just loop all the hair in here. I'm gonna let you guys know how I decided to do, you know, the hair and the piecings or whatever. And that's how we're gonna do this. You ready? Let's go. So as you can see, I'm starting out with freshly washed hair. It's been blown out with my paddle brush blow dryer because that's my one and only. First, I'm going to go in with my knitting needle because it's my favorite. It's been there since day one, and I'm parting my hair straight down the center. Then I'm going in with a little bit of the jam to part my hair again with the rat tail comb. That part down the middle with the braids all the way to the hips, baby. Prepare to be the moment. That's all I'm saying. Prepare to be the moment. Now we're racking up the hair. Rack it up, rack it up, rack it up. Stack it up, stack it up, stack it up. So what I like to do is just get equal pieces and line up the whole entire rack. This is going to save you so much time. lovely. So I'm gonna start off by doing the front of my hair first. The reason why I'm doing this is because I am an amateur. I really want to have some experience by the time I get to the back of my head. So I'm just gonna do the front first. I'm gonna make sure that my technique is perfect and it looks really good so that when I get to the back of my head where I can't see, I can't grip exactly the same, maybe it'll help me do it a little bit better. That's my theory. So I did my hair in 3 sections. This will be cut into 2 sections, top and bottom, when I get back there. But I just wanted to give you guys some advice. I think that this knitting needle is it. Like, it parts so well, even better than the rat tail. I feel like, I don't know, maybe it's the weight or the size, but it just makes the parts really sharp and you don't have to do it as many times. So when you do the front of your hair, just make sure that you do all of the rows, because you don't want the rows to start going slanted if you want everything to be a box. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start at the top half right here. Make sure I'm looking good. I think that's a good size. I go here, right? You see that? Just like that. I might need to go and do it one more time. But for the time being, like, I'm just gonna do it just like this. I'm gonna take a hair tie or rubber band, and then I'm just going to tie myself up, just like this. Making sure I'm not gathering any of that other hair, just a few times, and then boom, just like that. Then you do it again. How many rows you gonna have, girl? How many rows? I don't want to be in my hair all day. I mean, I know I will regardless, but I just don't want the parts to be too, crazy.
So I'm gonna tell y'all just like this. Parting your hair while you're braiding is probably the most discouraging way to do knotless box braids. So I thought in my head that if I did at least the parts in the front and then I started taking down pieces and applying the hair, that it will be easy and it'll almost be like as if I pre-parted everything. That is so not true. I was learning how to part my hair properly and how to set up the proper grid for my hair, and also learning how to do knotless box braids, and it made the process so much longer and so much harder. So I strongly recommend that if you have time to part your hair prior to, because doing it like this is just not the move. So my sister Janet, who's a pro braider in these streets, told me, if you're gonna do your braids yourself, you probably wanna do all your parts first because you have a lot of hair. I proceeded to not listen and be lazy and this dive right in, and I was foolish for doing that. So anywho, let's just cut our losses and dive right into this technique. So as you can see, I'm starting out this braid like how I would any braid. Then that middle portion, I'm just sliding the fake hair in it, and I'm continuing to braid my hair like as if I did not add anything. The less obvious you do it in your braid, the better your braid will turn out. So you're just sneaking little pieces on that middle piece and just dropping that second half down and braiding your hair. But as you can see, I noticed it way too much because you see a lump, and I actually had to do that braid again. So keep the same tension throughout the braid. This is a very important technique that a lot of people don't really talk about or notice when they're doing knotless box braids. But when you're doing these types of braids, you have to make sure that you're not stretching or pulling those 3 pieces extra tight because you've added hair or because you think that the base of the braid is getting too loose. If you do that, it will disrupt the pattern and create lumps on the braid. This is definitely something that I struggled with as a beginner, and it's probably something that you'll struggle with if you make an attempt to do knotless box braids at home. So mythbuster alert, adding the hair is actually not the hardest part of doing knotless box braids. It's making sure that you don't disrupt the pattern as you add the hair, making sure that you're keeping the same tension so that you're not creating loops and twists, and also, last but not least, making sure that as you swap the 3 pieces of hair from one hand to the next, that you're not twisting the hair too much, as it will create loops, twists, and bumps. These little fixes are what really makes the difference between the pros and the bros at home. So make sure that you are not twisting the braid and that you're taking your time as you feed in each piece of hair.
Hey loves, look at what I did. Oh my gosh. Look at me, look at what I'm doing. Oh my goodness. So I think the learning curve was a little bit gruesome. I had to do the bottom two first, and as you can see, that bottom braid is a little bit bumpy, but it's still knotless, right? But once you see me getting to the top, baby, it's looking pretty good. I think there is a little bit, there's like a little bit of like a slight little bump, but my goal is done. I'm still calling it a win for my first attempt at installing knotless box braids in my whole head. And as you can see, the growth. Okay, baby, look, the growth. Nobody but you, Lord, yes. So I'm thinking like, yes, this is gonna be braids that are bigger. I don't mind that. For my first time, I am not trying to do like 150 of these. That is dumb. I am gonna do as much as this size is gonna require, you know? And I might even go a little bit bigger at that portion. Y'all know this portion like right here, they're gonna be bigger for sure. I'm definitely gonna be doing maybe like 6 where I should be doing like 7 or 8 because it ain't that deep. It ain't that deep, baby. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Now, how long did it take me? To initially get the parts, that was hard. That I ain't even gonna lie to you. The parting is definitely the hardest part. Grabbing the hair and twisting out with it, I mean, that's pretty easy. Another thing is just making sure that your hair is not turning too much, because then your braids can get these little bumpies on them. I ain't changing it. Like I said, this is that it's your first set grace that I'm giving myself because I want to be done. And I think the most important thing is just making sure that you have a nice snug hold on the roots so that your braids actually last a long time and your hair doesn't start looking crazy. So the most important thing is just getting this part perfect. But if this starts spinning and turning a little bit, it got a little bit of lumps and bumps, honey, I don't care. I don't care at all. If it's looking good up here, I'm keeping it, regardless of what's happening at the bottom of this braid. I can fix that. Hey lovies, it's Rachel. So I'm still braiding. I want to count these braids right now. Let me see. 13. Actually 13 braids on this side. And I believe I have 13 braids on this side as well. I still have my boxes, but it seems like my boxes are a little bit inconsistent from one side to the other. But like I said, this is my first time. So this is the mirror version of that one. And as you can see, the boxes are not exactly the same, but who looking that hard? Tell them to find something else to do, okay? If they're looking that hard. I am loving what I did do with it. Like the boxes still look really nice and put together. And I can't wait to, you know, just get my edge control going and to get my foam out and my scarf and my hot water because these are gonna look so laid and so nice. So let me finish this one part. I'll let you guys see my last braid and then we will go to the back.
So sis, I ain't gonna hold you. This is the finished look. I'm in love with it. But I was not able to record the very last portion of me putting in the back of my hair because it literally took me 2 extra days to do the back because I didn't do the parts prior to. But anyway, this is the look. I love it. I love the size of the braids. I think it's a super easy go-to hairstyle and I will continue to put my hair in these braids this summer. I'm going to try some new things. This is what I did to the very ends. I actually just pulled all my hair forward and I did a big braid under my chin and dipped it in hot water, and that's how I got the braids that I have here. As you can see, the way my hair tapers off is actually super beautiful. I'm gonna continue to use the free tress opposed to the O tray. I love the way it looks, the part down the middle. Honey, this is my husband going in about my braids and how he feels about them. Being Aggie, but the very best. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. God bless. Bye. I just wanna see how you like my content. It'll sure make me happy if you would like it. But if you like it, please subscribe to it. Hit the bell so that you'll never miss this. Oh, you're the best part